Hi guys, welcome to Niger Boy TV.
Yeah. Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. You see, it's not very difficult to see a country that is failing. When you see the handwriting on the wall, you can actually tell a country has plans or a country has nothing. And when the country fails to plan, that country is planning to fail. And with that, I bring you this. Now, Christmas is at hand and Nigerian borders are still shut down. Who are the people that will suffer the most? These borders were shut down without notice, informing the people. How can you take such a decision without even warning or informing the people that, look, on so and so time, I want to shut down the border because I'm trying to save this, or I'm trying to repair that, or I'm trying to end this, or I'm trying to start that. You just decided to shut the border, knowing that people have investments, money. People have been investing money on such a place, but you just decided to shut it down. Boom, bang on like that. Where does it happen? Where in the world does it happen? The APC government is the worst government I've ever seen in my life. The only country in the world is Nigeria that I know that the president has no second in command. The president does not hand over to anybody. The president sees himself as a god. The president alone is the executive, the judiciary, and the legislative. The president does not even address the nation. And the people he put in place to speak on his behalf, like the Segun Adeshinas or the Lai Mohammed, are blatant liars. People that no single truth comes out of their mouth. They will never say anything reasonable. If they invite the media to come and interview them, as soon as those media people start asking questions, what they do in the way they answer their questions, oh my God. The way they answer their question is in a stylish way that they will now convert that question and then send it back to the media. They will send that question back to you without answering that question. This APC government and all its officials are untouchable. Untouchable people. So let's get back to why did they actually shut down the border? Christmas is coming. Christmas is at hand. On Christmas Day, all the families in Nigeria eat rice. Most of them, they eat rice. They eat turkey. They eat beef, good beef. So these guys now, they have shut down the border. There is no Muslim festival. No Muslim festival is coming, is close by. No Muslim festival. What we have to celebrate right now is the birth of Jesus Christ. It's the Christian season of Christians, where we are all happy. The only celebration in Nigeria that everybody loves to celebrate is Christmas. Even the non-Christians, they love Christmas Day because it's one of the end of the year parties. Christmas. And our president decided to shut down the borders. Bags of rice increasing, bags of garri increasing, bags of tomatoes increasing, bags of pepper increasing, onions, everything increased on Christmas time. And remember, normally, on a normal situation, when it's coming down to Christmas, every trader decides to increase the prices of their goods. Now, to add the shutting down of border, which means these prices will go up 10, 20 times. Who will suffer? The Christians. Ladies and gentlemen, the Christians will suffer this year. They will suffer this year. Some of them will be crying, will be going to bed without food on Christmas Day. How many families in Nigeria today can afford to kill a chicken on Christmas Day? Can afford to buy a bag of rice on Christmas Day? See, you hear about a 16-year-old slaughtering his mother, using his mother for rituals. Back in the days, every Nigerian had in mind that, look, I'll make sure my parents enjoy my existence. As far as I'm alive, I'll make sure my parents succeed. I will give my parents everything I can. The main reason why you're making money today is because you want your parents to stay longer for you. So what will warrant a 16-year-old to go and kill their mother for ritual purposes? This is because of how poverty has been enshrined in the Nigerian constitution. A constitution that will tell you A, B, and C. And then when you challenge somebody with that A, they'll go to B and counter your accusation. If you go with B, they'll use C to counter your accusation. That is the kind of constitution we have in Nigeria. Look at our president, Buhari. Every time he's traveling, every time he's in flight to London, flight to Dubai, flight to Saudi Arabia, flight, every day flight. There was a music that they said maybe he's got his office in the sky. His office is in the sky, Buhari. I think there is a kind of joy he derives when he flies into the sky. We don't know what is going on in Nigeria. We are all in the dark. The kind of news that come out from Nigeria. Jesus Christ. It's irritating. Look at somebody like Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Tinubu is a man that believes he's untouchable. Coming out public to say that whatever is in the bullion van belongs to him. It is no man's business. Right in front of us, during the election season, Tinubu organized 2 bullion vans coming into his house. And he's telling us that we cannot do anything. It's his money. He's not got any government contract, so nobody can probe him for that. And we have EFCC. You know, one thing about this is our EFCC. Why I laugh about our EFCC is because that EFCC has no meaning. It has no meaning to Nigerians at all. We don't know what they are fighting. Look at James Ibori. He was in Nigeria. EFCC was there. And they found him not guilty. Not until he came down to the UK, where they have no EFCC. No EFCC in the UK. But they caught the same James Ibori. They caught him here. They caught James Ibori here. And every day, Nigerians are just walking from left to right, believing, hoping, enduring, suffering in silence to think Nigeria will improve. That improvement we are not seeing. There is no way we can keep on living this way. Trust me, brothers. Advanced countries are so simple that anybody can easily get a job and be earning income. There is no need for, there is no, somebody will go into university level, pass through university level. There is no way somebody will pass through university level and come back to work as a minimum income earner, minimum wage income earner, after spending such amount of money going to school in Nigeria, where the government does not provide any job for anybody. All they talk about is projects, money borrowing. Yet we don't have light, we don't have water, we don't even have security. People die like flies in Nigeria. They die like flies, cockroaches. We are battling herdsmen. We are battling Boko Haram. We are battling armed robbery, kidnappers. People are just suffering anyhow in Nigeria. Why? People, why? There is a solution. And this government, this APC government, they know the solution. But all they are there for now is to steal. Steal, and steal. Nigeria has been, Nigeria is now destroyed with tribalism. Tribalism has killed Nigeria. Look at Buhari. You don't see Osibanjo next to Buhari anymore. There's no more Osibanjo. I don't hear about Osibanjo anymore. In fact, as it is now, Osibanjo is now seeking the face of the public. You know, all these politicians, when they get into power, they put the public under their shoes. Under their shoes. But when they begin to have problems, they now try to seek the face of the public to gain sympathy. So Osibanjo right now is now trying to seek the face of the public, for the public to think that he's doing something good or that he has a good plan. But don't forget, Osibanjo is part of the government. He's part of this government. But he has completely lost it because he trusted the Gambaris. This is the only regime in Nigeria where I see the president surrounded by all Northerners. Every time he's traveling on all his trips, you don't see a Yoruba or an Igbo or a Calabar or Urobo or Delta or any other tribe in Nigeria apart from the Hausa Fulani people that will escort our president to whatever country he's going to. Every time, like Buhari, Saudi Arabia, London, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a Muslim country. And I wonder what they want to contribute to Nigeria. All this traveling. He's been traveling since the past 4.5 years. What have we achieved in Nigeria? Nothing. Now, guys, I am based in the UK, right? And let me tell you something. Every year, millions and millions of foreigners come into the UK. Millions and millions come into the UK for greener pastures. So how come all these millions that come into the UK, these millions of foreigners that come into the UK, how did they find jobs in the UK? Because almost all of them, they have jobs, apart from the illegal ones. But once you're legal, you have a job. So how is the UK coping with all these things? How? Very easy. The UK has a website, a job website. They call it jobcenterplus.org. Okay? Jobcenterplus.org. Once you arrive in the UK and you have all the documents required for you to work with, all you need to do is log into that website and you see jobs. You see all kinds of jobs. Every day, the list keeps growing and growing and growing. Lists of jobs available. You cannot walk in the UK streets and see where somebody will hang a poster or paste a paper on the wall and say vacancy, apply within. You cannot see a thing like that in the UK. You have to just simply go into your house, turn on your PC, and log into the website jobcenterplus.org, and you see jobs. You apply for any kind of job you like that you know you have the brains for. Apply for these jobs, and these jobs will be given to you if you pass the interview. That's all. Pass the interview and get a job. Now tell me, a country where you can just comfortably sit in your house and start applying for jobs, how much crime are you expecting to see from that country? How much crime are you expecting to see from that country? Why is it that in the UK you cannot hear about ritual killing? Why is it that in the UK it is hard for you to hear about armed robbery, where people will carry guns and go and rob a bank? Or people will carry guns and go and break into somebody's house and steal? It never happens. It never happens. The only thing you can hear in the UK today is that, okay, two people were fighting in a club, somebody got stabbed in the club, somebody got stabbed on the road, somebody got stabbed in the club. That's all you hear. But in those clubs, there are securities. Police is always there. So the incident is not that, it doesn't occur that often. But Nigeria, we are just suffering and suffering and suffering every day. Our youths are going into armed robbery. Our youths are going into ritual killings. Our youths are going into yahoo. You name the list of all crimes, simply because there is no hope for the youth. In the UK, oh God, in the UK, if you don't have a job, you are jobless and you are a citizen of that country, the government will give you benefits. Every month you'll be earning money, prone to when you find a job. So tell me, how does Nigeria want to help curb poverty when the government themselves, they knew that Nigerians don't have jobs? Lots of Nigerians are jobless. How will they survive? How will they pay their house rents? How will they go about looking for works? Which jobs are available for them? How long will it take them to be lifted away from poverty? Buhari wants to lift 100 million Nigerians, or what is he saying? I mean 10 million Nigerians out of poverty. With mouths, they can say whatever they like. Easy. But when it comes to action, they do the wrong thing. The very wrong thing is what they do. The tentacles of Muhammadu Buhari's tyranny are growing and spreading everywhere. And that needs to stop. Nigerians, please wake up. We are not dreaming. This is reality. We need to curb every form of injustice out of Nigeria and restore Nigeria back to its glory again. So thanks guys for watching this little message. Please contribute and tell me what you think about this message. What solutions do we need in Nigeria today? Please, I would like to hear from you. Do you really think that Tinubu is untouchable? Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is he a god that we should all be scared of? Somebody that will say stuff and nobody can counter that stuff? Please, we need to know. And if there's anything else we can do to help to make sure that we strengthen our EFCC, to go after the people that the people want, not what the politicians want, but to work for the people. That is what we need in Nigeria today. We should start putting the right places, the right people in the right places. We don't need a custom general, a director of customs who does not like to wear a customs uniform. Then you don't belong to that seat. You don't belong to that office. We don't need an EFCC chairman, Magu, who will put on an APC badge in all the suits he wears. We don't need people like that, because an EFCC chairman should be independent of the executive. You can imagine, up till now as I speak to you, Magu, the chairman of EFCC, is still the acting chairman. Why do you think he's been made the acting chairman? We don't have any chairman in EFCC presently. So why is Magu still the acting chairman? This is why. When you're acting as a chairman, it means you cannot exercise your full rights. So right now, Magu is at the mercy of the politicians. He cannot go on full attack because he's just an acting chairman. So that is why these politicians in Nigeria are very, very clever. But we think that people just overlook and say these guys don't know what they're doing. They are clever. Why can't we have a chairman in EFCC up till date? That's why Tinubu will come. Tinubu will come with confidence and say, look, listen, the bullion van is my money. And I don't work for the government, so I don't have any government contract. So why are you bringing bullion vans into your house at the eve of election? And you're saying the money is yours. The EFCC cannot go after you because they only have an acting chairman. If we had a chairman in EFCC, by today, everybody would have been brought to book. All those criminal politicians, they would have been brought to book. So thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time of visiting my channel, please do like and subscribe, and please leave your comments. Your comments helps me a lot to talk about my next topic. Yeah, I'm Niger Boy for life. I'm based in the UK, and all we are asking of is peace in our country. Because no matter where we live, even if we are citizens of a different country, Nigeria is still our home. You might have a foreign passport, but let me tell you something. If you go to your place of birth in that passport, you will see Nigeria. So Nigeria is a stigma that we will all carry to our grave. The best thing for us to do now is to repair that country and make it function the right way. So guys, please subscribe, like my video, leave your comments, and click the notification button for you to see more from Niger Boy TV. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. Peace. Abarahi.